Yo, we finna get into it, yo. Boxing. That's what we're talking about on this channel. I don't like to get into other sports because they've been tampered with. You got basketball, they got the magnetic ball that can go in the hoop at any time. It's like, god damn, I don't even trust it no more. Especially with the football and the field goal kicks and all that. Now, boxing, the fix was set in before, but now we can read between the lines. We know that shit be just lined up for certain boxes now to build the box up to break it down and shit. But we're talking about Spence and Crawford, man. That was a match made in heaven for real, literally. Now with the car crash dealing with Spence, some things went down. He had to heal, and that's what the public seen. It was like, yo, man, this man is Superman type shit. You know what I'm saying? He had to come from this, that, and the third. His car tumbled over 8, 9 times. But there was a backdrop behind that we ain't had nothing. We didn't know about the public too much. Only the little underneath hood knockers we were popping. You know what I'm saying? Then you got Crawford. He actually got shot in the daggone head. That's a blessing right there. Now, we see to be alive and actually do the fighting too. I had to say that's a blessing for that. And in the head, oh my God. Anyways, though, so we know that this is divine. These both individuals been touched. Now we're wondering, you know what I'm saying, who's more ripened, who's more humbled with it, who's more in cool with the creator. You know what I'm saying? Now with Spence, we don't know what was going on because now we see Spence, he was getting a big head. So before that crash, he was getting a little bit beside it. So like, man, I check you, I knock you. You know what I'm saying? When we seen him being humble, Mayweather put him on a little something. But we know Mayweather's a chosen in the world. Most High uses him to go around the world and do the daggone deed and shit. You know what I'm saying? So you don't really, be disrespectful towards him because this shit don't happen when you're disrespectful towards him. And the record shows. And I'm not talking about his fighting record either. So with Spence, it's like, okay, cool. He gets a little uppity of him, he getting his little stuff and shit. He's like, yo, this building him up. He's feeling good about himself. He's knocking people out, breaking them down and shit. You know what I'm saying? He's feeling real good. And so we got Crawford on the other end. He's coming up. He became undisputed, this, that, and the third. But if you pay attention to Spence, he was kind of nervous about Crawford in the early on days. You know what I'm saying? Early on days. So, hoping that they may not even face each other because, this one got reflexes like a cat. He moves around, changes up, switches up. You know what I'm saying? Stuff that you're supposed to do when you're boxing and not just come forward having people that is tailor-made for you. All right? So, but with this divine thing going on, it's like, man, if somebody had to die dealing with Spence when he got in that car crash, and supposedly, somebody was chasing him, he was a rapper or whatever that was going at it with a girl, whoever, and there's some people in between, and that guy later on died or whatever. Who knows? Who knows that Spence had something to do with it? Because that allegedly that came out. So, and it's like, if it was, you see how your spirit make a deal with the devil and shit. Build your ass up, think that you this, that, and the third. And I was like, hell, man, yeah, Mayweather, hey, fuck him too, nigga. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He tried hard as hell to keep quiet about that sparring shit. He kept trying to leak out a little bit, like, yeah, I'll fuck him up. I hit him in the, I gave him a body shot. But it's like, as a group, it's different. You know what I'm saying? When you're sparring a whole bunch of motherfuckers, but Mayweather gave him props nonetheless. Call him the truth. All right, so as a group, you look at it, make a deal with the devil. You come out, you walk, you run, you do all this shit again. You get your belts and all of this. Now you got Crawford really humble. You know what I'm saying? In the hood, in his hometown, with his own people. Even got a big girl as a girl. That's what we seen and shit. You know what I'm saying? What you real good? Who was liking that? Like, goddamn, man, you got a big girl. You real nice. I love that. And then you can kind of sense that this man was pretty special. But as it grew, you looked at Spence. He was, his confidence was there, but it started to dwindle a little bit more because he knew he was facing someone who wasn't afraid of him. You know what I mean? Didn't give him as much respect as you think. You know what I'm saying? And so you'll see behind the lines, Spence was like saying little things. You should thank me for the fight. Like basically, you just thank me for letting you come and whip my ass and take these damn belts and shit. You know what I'm saying? This is like all kind of shit before it happened. And I like Spence, man, but it seemed like when you're dealing with the spirit world, you got drudges and shit. People who haven't graduated from the school of hard knocks, which is like corporeal world and shit. I mean, like the things that go on in corporeal world, but they're spiritual reality, the spiritual world. These beings roam the earth plane until they took it off. This man probably could have dealt with someone who went back to the essence. He kind of wanted to, hold him back. Spence looked real slow. It's not that man made him look slow. He just seemed weak. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, a lot of things go on and shit. It's like Most High made it just for the moment to let you get to the last belt. And then, like, nah, nigga. And it's like the vibe, everything that man said that he didn't even have to say, everything that he said, saying, I'm gonna break him mentally, physically, shit, maybe even spiritually. All that was a mirror back to him, thinking that he can get away with certain things. You know what I'm saying? Because people was praising him that I can get a damn movie with my life. You know what I'm saying? You don't hear nothing with Crawford praising what the hell happened with him. He actually got shot in the head. You know what I mean? And fighting still. So it's like the Most High uses things. This is a supernatural channel right here, man. We're talking about God by supernatural athletics. This is what's going on, man. I'm gonna have to make a whole little playlist. Yeah, we're gonna say, yeah, the playlist. This is gonna be in the playlist about the boxing. We got, Tyson Fury, and we're gonna have Wilder talk, up in that, because that was a supernatural thing that went down with Fury and Wilder and shit. Because this man was like, when they seem sort of weak. It's not that these fighters make them look this way. It's just they are. There's such thing as spells, and if you're not connected to the Most High Creator, then them spell works is gonna work on your ass, especially if you're eating foul foods and shit that allow for these parasites to latch onto your aura and therefore drain your ass, man. You know, the energy is drained. Who knows how many vampires in the crowd draining the fighters and shit? You know what I'm saying? That's what happens in professional sports. When you being watched, you're getting drained, so you have to restore yourself. So yeah, man, to show you the supernatural match that made in heaven. So I put it before everybody to see. Pride comes before the fall, yo. You know what I'm saying? You can't be that damn prideful to think that you're gonna do everything in the world to this man, to another one that just as you. Y'all supposed to have utmost respect all the way through. Kind of like with Pacquiao and Mayweather. They had to have the utmost respect. They'll talk a little shit, but them motherfuckers still like, they was really afraid of each other. But with Crawford and Spence, they weren't really afraid of each other. Crawford kind of know a little bit. Like, he's a higher vibing being, you could tell. He was more in tune with the creator, with God. You know what I'm saying? Or with just the creator in general. You know, and that's where the grace showed at. But that's who's gonna be more closer to the creator. Who's gonna have that grace? Because we was all looking at Spence on a whole narcissistic level on the outside looking